What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So a lot of the content I create here on the channel derives directly from your guys' input. So whether that be here on YouTube in the comment section, in our Facebook group where people ask questions, or on Instagram sending DMs or Facebook Messenger, or I've even had people send emails, but whatever it may be. But I like when people ask questions because it helps me with content creation and giving you guys ideas. And rather than responding to 200 different messages all with the same response, I like being able to create a video so that way people can reference it and see it at their leisure. And also in the future, if people have that same question, because usually that's going to come up, they can just go right to the channel and find it. So anyways, another idea for content comes from me, and that would be, what do I know now that I wish I knew in the past? So whether this is a couple months back, or this would be something from a few years ago, a couple years, whatever it may be. And today I wanted to, and today I thought, okay, how many websites specifically with doing lead gen SEO, how many of those sites can you work on at a single point in time? So this can vary tremendously. So we're going to hop into my computer here in a minute, because there's a few different scenarios that can come into play with a few different variables that can really determine how much time it's going to take to build out a site. So anyways, let's hop into my computer and break down a few different scenarios to assess how much time each one takes. And then from there, you can basically make the decision on how many different sites you want to build at one single point in time. So to start things off, you have your single city sites. So this would be like the Champlin Lawn Care site, where we picked one city and we picked, for the most part, one niche. You could even go down even further if you wanted to do like Champlin Lawn Service, you could do that. But we went with Champlin Lawn Care, Landscaping, and Irrigation. So all three of those services, we have just all into that one homepage. And then we've also branched into two other services beyond that. One being mosquito control, the other one being snow removal, which we've shown in that case study. So the advantage with these, which we've discussed many times here on the channel, is that it's super optimized for one city, so you can really dominate that one particular city. But when you try to expand to another city, it's just not going to work that well. You could build out that site in as low as less than 1 hour, because if you're using Thrive Architect, you can just drag and drop the templates like crazy, up to about probably 1 day's time, and you should really not take any more time than that, unless you're super new to this, you're brand new to using the software, that sort of stuff. But that doesn't take a whole lot of time. And then you're done. At that point, the site does not really need a whole lot more, because it's so optimized for that one city. When you start doing off page, it's going to rank for that city and start grabbing the traffic from there. So that is the first one. That shouldn't really take you more than a day, maybe two max, depending on your skill level with the software that you're using to build out your site. So if you're building these types of sites, really just focus on the one, get it done, and then move on to the next one. It's really that simple. However, where this changes is when you start building larger sites. So the first one would be maybe a statewide site, or maybe you just wanted to do a metro area, then you could expand to the other outlying cities within the state. But let's say, for example, you're building out a site for whatever niche, doesn't really matter, but you're building it out with Thrive Architect or Elementor Pro for the entire Twin Cities metro area, and let's say you're going to do the 5 or 7 counties surrounding it. So you're looking at probably 200 cities. So 200 city plus service pages that you would need to build out. If each one of those takes you, I don't know, let's say it takes you 30 minutes. I mean, once you get the content going, if you're using Thrive Architect or Elementor, you can really work with templates. You could shrink this down if you get into a momentum and get into a groove to less than even 15 minutes. So the 200 pages that you have to build, let's say it takes you 20 minutes on each, you can do 3 per hour. So that would be 66 hours worth of time. So if you really wanted to, you could do this in 1 week's time. Let's say we're going to spread it out over 2 weeks' time. So I would recommend just focusing on that one single site. Yes, is it a grind to be building out page after page after page after page? Is it an absolute grind to basically work on the same thing for 2 weeks straight? Yes, absolutely. And it can suck at times. However, you need to realize what you're doing. You are building something on the internet that's going to make you money in the future, and you don't have to be present for that transaction to take place. You could be working on another site. You could be doing whatever the hell it is that you want, and you have that site working. Granted, there is maintenance and that sort of stuff to maintain the rankings, but you put in the work now, and it's going to serve you in the future with revenue coming in without having to actively work. But then you also have the ability to sell that site in the future for a very nice multiple. So the third variant of the sites that you can build for lead gen SEO would be a nationally focused site. So this would be basically 10,000 pages or more for each and every single city and state in the entire country, or at least what your affiliate networks offer covers. So this is going to be just absolute boatload of time. If you're someone who's a beginner, I wouldn't recommend trying to build one of these sites. They're really, really simple actually, especially if you're using a mass page builder software to do it, which we will have content here on the channel coming out soon. We're just assessing some of the data and that sort of stuff before we release content on that. So by the way, if you're not subscribed, go down below, hit that subscribe so you know when that content comes out. And the thing with national sites, and what I would recommend that you do, is build out maybe all the pages for one particular state. So let's say you're going to go with Oklahoma. So build out however many cities that the offer covers in that state. Build those out, then acquire your citations, your foundational links, and that sort of stuff, and start getting the authority built up in the site. So then you already have some authority, and then when you start expanding to the other states, you go to Missouri, you go to Iowa, you go wherever all the other states that you're going to be building out, those will rank a little bit quicker because you already have some authority, rather than building out 10,000 pages all at once without doing any off page in the process, because then you're going to really have to be waiting a while to earn back the return on your investment, and your time is an investment. So if you're building a national site without a mass page builder, and unless you have the budget and the willpower to delay the gratification for a good period of time, I would just focus on these single city sites and maybe metro area sites, and then expand into statewide sites from there. Build them up, get traffic and conversions coming in, to then focus on your nationally oriented sites. And this is exactly what I'm doing with a few different sites within the home services niche as well as the rehab niche. So hopefully this answers some of you guys' questions. And I appreciate if you got this far in the video, if you drop a like on this video. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go down below, smash that subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know when the newest content's live here on the channel. And if you want to get more in-depth training, there's a link right down below to our local affiliate SEO mini course, where you can get step-by-step guided training on taking a new website and getting it to rank and start earning commissions. So I'll see you guys in the next video.